Greetings, world. I am Richard, coming to you today, Wednesday, August the 14th. So I want to do a reading on this plane crash that has happened in Brazil. What was it, 2 days ago on the 12th? 12th of August. As it is extremely suspicious. So I was reading just now in between clients that there were 8 oncologists on that plane that went down. So 8 of them. Now, what is strange is there were originally supposed to be 15 doctors that were to travel together in order to attend a bone marrow conference called SBTMO. However, 7 of them changed their flight plans to an earlier time. So that is very strange. There was an army of specialists, of doctors traveling that day, and this plane did go down. So we gotta go and deep dive into this. But first, a little bit of feel good to the world. Feel good. All right, so without further ado, before my client is ready, let's look into this. Higher self, over soul, and universe. Tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know regarding this plane that had crashed in Brazil on August 12th. Tell me everything I need to see regarding these oncologists, which were 8 of them that were on that plane. And I want to also know afterwards about the 7 other ones, what's going on with these guys. So let's first start with why this plane crashed. I want to see everything around this, including obviously these oncologists. All right, so let's see, another little shuffle, and we are ready. Let's cut, let's rock and roll. Okay, guys, so first in row, we have, walking away from something that no longer serves, with the 8, yes, the 8 of Cups, so on a journey. Then we got the fear of the unknown with the 2 of Swords. So at a cross point, blocked, still, blind. Swords are an air element. Okay, so we can look at this as the plane that took flight and something happened. The plane took off, something happened. And then, so my movie card. So I'm not saying that this plane did not crash, but it was planned. Okay, so what is planned? A script is planned. So whoever was on that plane, they wanted them to go from the sky, crash down to the ground. So that's what I mean about movie. It was planned. This is not a fluke, an accident. The plane did not just coincidentally have a fuck up with it. This was organized, orchestrated. Moving on, yes, tower moment, the plane crashed. These fuckers. Yeah, it was a collaboration about the health system. So 8 oncologists, it was supposed to be 15, and they were coming to whatever conference. I think, what did I say, a bone marrow? So that's probably including things of cancer, right? And it's about the health system, collaboration, the plane. Moving on. Yes, okay, so we have a lot of stress around this. Now that the plane has crashed, justice though is coming. Okay, so I'm liking the future. Swift justice with this major arcana. Okay, so we got the King of Wands. So he could be definitely like my good military. So this is not a bad guy card. In the future, swift justice is coming by white hats, good military, the ones that we want to cheer for, okay? And finally, it's gonna be their motherfucking demise. So in this case, with this reading, this is not just like death of a situation for a rebirth. This is them, military tribunals, death, execution. This is what I really hope. I can look into it a little bit more to see if I'm accurate. Clarifying, okay, so we're going to be moving out of troubled waters. There is some juggling here still going on. Another two, juggling, okay, juggling, needing to make a decision. And then we got the Queen of Cups. So, you know, she's the emotional queen. She is an empath. She may hold a lot of sadness to her, but she's got an emotional intellect, this one. All right, so of course, you know me. I'm gonna go for my golden major arcanas. Higher self, oversoul, and universe. Oh, it popped out. The Hierophant. So the Hierophant is a deep dark cabal. You know, the ones who have orchestrated this, making the plane crash. It's because the doctors probably had some. I don't want to use the word cure, but probably some new methods in regard of cancer, bone cancer, something legit, and they didn't want that to happen. Yep. So I'm taking it, this is my deep dark cabal. It's them in the background that made this plane crash. It is not a fluke. No bird hit the propeller. It was fine. So I find it quite shocking because whenever I do readings, I do get that the white hats have won, but of course there's going to be minions, rats running around. And big pharma, that industry is like the biggest one. I would even go on the limb and state that they control governments. All right, so I'm gonna ask regarding the death card here because I'm very intrigued. The higher self, oversoul, and universe. With this the ninth card, the death card, is this meaning that those responsible for the crash and the murder of all these passengers, including the 8 oncologists, the death card, is it them, these guys that get rounded up and executed for crimes against humanity? Is this what I am seeing with the death card? All right, let's see, let's cut, let's rock and roll. So first in line, yes, this is my white hat military, boots on the ground, coming in high-ho silver. This is rapid movement, wind movement. Then, okay, about being on the outskirt, on the abundance in the cold. So, good military rushing in towards the 5. Finally, tower moment. So, it's their tower moment. So, yes, you know when I was just saying right now that I was in shock because of this tower moment. I was in shock because I feel, and I always keep seeing in my readings, that the white hats are in control. Then I said there's probably minions, rats running around. So this one is what it means. The white hats are coming in, high-ho silver, to the rescue to round up the rats that are running. Okay, after committing this tower moment, they are running around. They are, I guess, petrified, good. And it's their tower moment. They will be falling off the cliff. I got the tower twice in this reading. So, yes, the death card, that's what it means. White hats going after the rats, and execution. Lightning strikes the head of whatever the evil, Sidious monster freak fucking dragon. Oh, I was a little bit emotional on this one, but I'm just so bloody sick to see that there's still rats of them running around. But I'm going to regroup my energy. Yes, regroup my energy. This is what I'm going to do. So feel good. Because the White Hats, the Alliance, are rounding them up. So I guess there's going to be more to this story that's going to come out in regards to why that plane in Brazil with the 8 oncologists crashed. Like, it has to come out. Like, did they have a cure for something? And I believe, oh, you know what? Let's deep dive. All right, let's scratch all this. Of course I got a deep dive on this. So, just going to grab these 3 and put them back in the deck and push all these aside. Higher self, oversoul, and universe. Was this plane crashed because these doctors, these oncologists, were they bringing some kind of cure for cancer? Is that the information that they were going to this conference with? Some new, I don't know, cure or recipe or science to cure cancer? Is this why they crashed this plane? All right, let's see. Let's cut and roll. Tower moment. Again, the movie, The Planned. So that's a yes, guys. That's the biggest yes of the 78 cards, the sun. So yes, absolutely. The plane crashed. It was planned, orchestrated to fall from the sky to the ground with some kind of, I don't know if they used magic, black magic for it. They probably did some spell casting included in the wiring of default of the plane. And there's my yes. So these doctors had some kind of new science, news, theories, cures for cancer, and probably more. Now, let's deep dive a little bit more. I want to know about the 7 other doctors that took an earlier flight that morning. So what is going on with those 7 doctors? Tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know regarding the 7 doctors that I would presume are still alive. Tell me everything I need to see. All right, this one flew out. Let's cut, let's rock and roll. So the card that flew out is a strategy. Okay, the 7 of Swords, that's very strategic. So what about the 7 other ones that took an earlier flight? Just by looking at this card, like, did they have like an idea this was going to happen and it was a strategy to take an earlier flight? I don't know. Yes, fast movement with the 8 of Wands. So that is fast traveling, fast news, a lot of incoming news, very fiery, very swift. A lot of communication, a lot of movement. Page of Swords, so looking ahead. Pages are youthful, but it's looking to the future. A messenger. I think they knew it was going to crash, guys. Moving on. Yes, okay. Collaboration, health system, and the plane. At the heart, so we got the Temperance, right? So he is well calculated and slow planning. What I mean by that, he's a very patient kind of guy. Card, this major. He's at the heartbeat. He's an angel. He's got wings. Plane's got wings. Got liquids here going from one chalice to the other. I think they knew, guys. Okay, so something coming to an end, but barely holding on with the 9 of Wands. 9s are before 10s. The 10 of Wands is you drop all heavy load burdens to the ground. So here you're holding, but you're holding, you know, by a sliver. You're banged up. So we got the King of Swords. So truth, justice. Queen of Cups, again, emotional intellect. Moving away from what no longer serves, the long journey. Clarifying strand, the Emperor. So this is the good military, White Hats Alliance, Trump card. Illusion, delusion, smoke and mirrors, confusion. And wishes manifested. All right, so I want, as you know, 1 golden major arcana regarding this story on the 7. It's 7 oncologists that took an earlier flight. My first card is the 7 of Swords. Okay, I'm going to revise all this after. So, okay, 1 golden major arcana for this story regarding the 7 surviving oncologists. Okay, so they're okay. They're in strength here. Okay, so Yes, they're in strength. Because clarifying on this, I did have the good military, Trump, White Hats Alliance card about the smoke and mirrors. And this again is a 7. So the 7, 2 times 7. Yeah, this is a hell of a deep dive. I love it. So 7. So the good military, the Alliance, White Hats, Trump have got the 7 under protections. Wishes manifested, they are safe. And to clarify, that is the strength. So the strength is a beautiful card. It's very powerful. You tame the beast by the mouth. So let's just go over this again. These 9 first cards on the 7. Because I didn't click on this at first. I saw it just as a strategy. But we're talking about the 7 that got moved to an earlier flight. But if they got moved, this one's looking backwards at the other source. So I'm still going to call it, like, it feels like they knew about it. They knew about the flight going up. This collaboration about the health system and the plane. Archangel, plane, wings. Probably they have, okay, so whatever the first 8 that died, these 7 are still coming out with this cure. That's what the 2 cups are. This is some kind of liquid to restore the DNA because our body is mostly, I think, like around 80% liquid. So yes, it was a close call. So they might have known just at the last minute, truth, justice be declared. There is a lot of sadness. And because the 8 that are no longer here from the plane crash. Wow. All right, so of course, you know, I got to use my my tentacle. Not a tentacle, not a nipple, a pendulum. Richard. All right, higher self, oversoul, and universe. Am I accurate with all the readings that I touched today regarding the 8 that crashed and passed away? That it was orchestrated by the Cabal. That the Cabal are being hunted as they're running around like rats, and they will get executed for crimes against humanity. Okay, so that's all a yes. So moving on afterwards to the other 7. Am I accurate that they are protected in the hands, in the protection of the Alliance, the White Hats, Trump and his army? Do they still have the cure or whatever cure that the first 8 died with the information? Was that planned at the last minute that they take an earlier flight? Okay, so it was told to them. And did they tell the other 8 about it? Okay, let's wait because it's changing momentum. You know, it's like driving a speed car, right? So it's changing gear. So this, when it loops, is I don't know, but I think it's changing gear. Yeah, it's changing gear to no. And look at my fingers shake. I can feel the electricity coming from the copper and the black obsidian. Like, it is so electric. Yeah, I'm totally dead on with this. All right, so the Temperance card at the center, at the heartbeat, this was indeed with the 2 chalices, the liquid, representing that 7 who have survived still have whatever cure, science, and it is about cancer. Is it about other stuff than cancer? Okay, so they have a lot. So this information would go indeed with the new era, the golden era, the change of shifts, which means that Big Pharma is crashing because we're going to other off-world technologies for healing, and these rats did not want that. So there you go, guys. I was a little all over the place with this and a little emotional. But, you know, sometimes, you know, when you look into stuff and you keep seeing like these creeps doing creepy things, right? It's, you know, sometimes it affects me, but I am okay now and I see like the beauty of it. So this is really not a good thing that has happened, but there is, we will look at them as heroes of war, the ones who have crashed with the other passengers, because I see the cause, the ones who have survived, are coming with some very good, important, world-changing science of healing. So I love you all very much. I wish you a great day, and I will catch you on the next read. Have a beautiful, glorious, rock and roll kind of a day. Be well.